Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we shall be looking at the integral of -1 over the square root of a squared minus x squared with respect to x. We should recall that if y is equal to the cos inverse of u, then dy over du gives us what? -1 over the square root of 1 minus u squared. So it implies that since integration is the reverse of differentiation, it will now mean that the integral of this function, -1 over the square root of 1 minus u squared with respect to u, must give us what? The cos inverse of u plus what? C, our constant of integration. So we're going to make use of this idea to integrate the function given to us. We are now going to make the integral we need to look like this integral that we already know. Since we know this integral to be cos inverse of u plus c, we want to make this integral to look just like this, so that we can impose this integral on it. However, if we compare the two integrals, we observe that here we have 1, here we have a squared. So we must first convert a squared to 1 before we proceed. If we factorize a squared, we get the following: integral of -1 over the square root of, we take a squared out, what will be left? 1 minus x squared over a squared. Let us see. A squared times 1 is a squared. A squared times minus x squared over a squared is x squared. Since a squared will knock off a squared, so in order. So we can split this into 2 by sorts, and this gives us the integral of -1 over, this is the square root of a squared times the square root of 1 minus what? I can write this one now as x over a all squared with respect to x. Now we know that the square root of a squared is a. So I can take 1 over a out. So I can write this as 1 over a integral of -1 over the square root of 1 minus what? X over a all squared with respect to x. If we now compare what we have here with what we know, we now observe that we have 1 here and there's 1 here, but where you have u, here you have x over a. So we say let u be what? X over a. So that du over dx is what? 1 over a. Differentiate. We now want to make the x the subject of formula. So a du is equal to what? The x. So wherever we see the x here, we shall replace the x with what? A du, and replace x over a with u. So this integral here becomes what? Becomes 1 over a integral of -1 over the square root of 1 minus x over a is now u, x over u squared. Our dx is now a du, a with respect to u. Now this a here will knock off the a down here, and what we have left is the integral of -1 over square root of 1 minus what? U squared with respect to u. Going back to what we already know, the integral of -1 over the square root of 1 minus u squared du is what? Cos inverse of u plus c. So this integral we have obtained is nothing but what? The cos inverse of what? U plus c, our constant of integration. However, we said let u be x over a. So this becomes the cos inverse of x over a plus c, our constant of integration. We shall now take 1 or 2 examples to illustrate how this integral can be applied directly. Example, we are asked to integrate -1 over the square root of 4 minus x squared with respect to x. So what we do is we try to make this function to mimic what we already know. Since we know that this integral is nothing but what? The cos inverse of x over a plus c. So we must know what our a is here. If we rearrange this function, we get integral of -1 over the square root of, I can write 4 as what? 2 squared minus x squared with respect to x. Having done this, look at this one again. What is our a here? Our a is 2. Because here we have a squared, here we have 2 squared. So a must be 2. Since a is 2, this integral is cos inverse of x over a plus c. Therefore, this integral must be what? cos inverse of x over a. What is a? Our a is 2 over 2 plus a constant c of integration. And you are done with that integral. The second integral is minus dx over the square root of 16 minus x squared. Just like we did in the previous example. We try to write this in the form that we already know. So if we do that, we're going to have the integral of minus dx over the square root of 16 can be written as what? 4 squared minus x squared. So that I haven't done this, our a is now what? 4. So a squared, 4 squared, a is 4. But this integral we know is what? The cos inverse of x over a plus c. So this integral therefore must be what? Must be the cos inverse of x over a. What is our a? Our a is 4. So x over 4 plus c, the constant of integration. Exercise. Evaluate the integral of minus 1 over the square root of 9 minus s squared with respect to x, and leave your answers in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you and bye-bye.